Going through our TikTok platform, I saw that an individual asked me a very specific, interesting, and enlightening question that I thought would be a good topic for a video that could enlighten many people around the world that are going through a breakup and who want to make things work with this person that they love. And this individual was basically asking about the pros and cons of taking your time during the breakup recovery versus trying to press an ex to come back quickly. And usually, what types of outcome do I see as a coach working with individuals when someone decides to take one approach versus the other? I thought this was a beautiful question because it enables us to explore quite a few concepts of breakup recovery that are associated with human behavior at the time of a breakup. If you've been following our philosophy and our content on this YouTube channel or perhaps on our podcast, you know that we see breakups as an opportunity for personal growth, as an opportunity to learn from past mistakes and to move closer to being that person that we know we can be. And one of the major differences between one approach of taking your time and the other approach of trying to quickly turn things around is that individuals that try to quickly get back together usually do not capitalize on this opportunity to make themselves grow and evolve after the breakup. Usually, you are just trying to alleviate the pain. You're focused on just getting your ex's validation and reassurance that you have not lost them forever. You're usually either caught in an ego trap or letting your emotions, your fears, your insecurities, and your anxieties guide your actions or your steps. And as you can imagine, as a result of that, results can be quite erratic. And most of the time, you end up pushing your ex away, or quite frankly, being in a more challenging situation than you need to be. In other words, the more you press, the more you go backwards. The less likely you are to actually reach the desired goal of being in a new and improved relationship with the one you love. On the other hand, the more you take your time, the more you try to understand what went wrong and why, the more you try to lay out a plan in order to take appropriate steps based on that newfound understanding, the more likely you are to offer something new, the more likely you are to surprise your ex, to show them that you are not that person that you became towards the end of the relationship or the person that they feel like you will always be. Now, it doesn't mean that breakup recovery has to last forever. It simply means that it is better to have a well thought out plan and to take it one step at a time, rather than to just rush and get emotional. Because even if you do convince your ex to take you back, perhaps out of manipulation or because you guilt tripped them, that relationship will not be rebuilt on solid grounds. And the odds are that it will lead to an outcome where your ex will feel resentful. And you are facing the prospect of yet another divorce, separation, or breakup sooner than you think. The odds are that you haven't fixed the issues. So how can you realistically expect that the relationship will end in any other way? But just because you've understood what went wrong does not mean that you've actually developed new habits or new capacities to deal with adversity as it will come in the relationship. Just because you've understood what went wrong doesn't mean that you've been able to rebuild trust with your ex. What they want to see is not just the right words. What they want to see is action over time. that will enable them to feel comfortable trusting you and opening their hearts again. And so I know that you miss them. I know that you just want things to go back to the way they were at the very beginning of the relationship. I know that you are afraid that they're going to forget about you. I know that you're afraid that they're going to jump into another relationship, and that if you give them too much time and space, if you are too slow or too patient, that they will somehow move on forever. I know all of that. But the reality is that you need to do the work, and you need to take the best path possible towards offering something that is new and that they can gravitate towards. And oftentimes, that means not being as gung-ho or as fast as you want it to go. Of course, action is needed. And it's important for you to understand and to have clarity as to what the next best step is based on your exact situation, circumstances, mistakes that have occurred, and the type of relationship that you were in. And in order to determine that, we have created free in-depth trainings that you can access by clicking on the link in the description of this video. They're free, they're in-depth. They're centered around different breakup recovery concepts to help you gain a sense of awareness as to where you stand and what the next best step can be for your very situation. So I highly encourage you to continue to invest in yourself and to learn more about what is appropriate and what isn't. What will enable you to take a step forward and what will actually lead you to take a step back. My name is Coach Adrian, and if you can't tell by now, I'm really passionate and in love with what I do. I love seeing good people learn, grow, evolve, and reach their goals. Not by taking shortcuts or manipulating someone into anything, but because they are offering something new. And I am calling on you to share your experience as to how you've been able to grow, to evolve, and to offer something new so that others can learn from your experience, be inspired, and also perhaps gain the courage to do what is right and not what is easy. So please share your story in the comment section of this video so that others can learn with you, so that we can all be collectively engaged in this process of learning and in this journey of breakup recovery. I am sending you love and thankful that we are fighting the good fight together. Keep up the good work.